Hi guys, and welcome to my house building video. In this video I'm going to show you how I build houses from floor plans for, like real life houses, and decipher that into a floor plan to build in The Sims. Now this house that I'm going to be building is for Pearl in my Black Widow challenge, and of course I wanted to go with the Art Deco theme of Roaring Heights. So I had to find a house plan that would be suitable. This is the one I ended up going with. It's called The Modern, and it's actually a scan from a book. And I think it's a legit original 1920s house plan, as far as I could tell from the website that I got it from. In order to find it, I couldn't really go through my general resources that I use. I had to search Google for Art Deco house plans. And I came upon this website called Art Deco Resource. And it's really cool. There's 4 different house plans on this page, and this is the one I ended up going with because it fit in most with Roaring Heights style. As you could probably see, the quality of the image isn't too great. I am going to have a hard time figuring out the dimensions of the rooms and everything, but that'll be okay. I'll tell you how to figure out dimensions anyway, because it's kind of hard to go from square footage in a real life house to Sims sizing. So I'll explain that a little bit later. So, so this is the house that I picked, and I wanted to show you where I usually go to find house plans. The first one is houseplans.com. This is a really good website. I like it because it shows interior shots, like here. So that gives me a jumping off point for interior design of the houses that I build. I usually don't follow it to a T, but I like to have a general idea of how the house was designed, just to help me out, Another one is eplans.com. It also has some interior shots, not quite as many. And then the one that I've been using the longest is dreamhomesource.com. And this one is mostly artist renderings. There's not a whole lot of real life pictures of built houses, but it's still very helpful. They're all pretty much the same in the way you search. You can do a quick search, so I'll just do 2 rooms, 1 bathroom, 0 garage bays, and let's do my favorites. We'll do Victorian. We'll just do all the Victorian house plans. So it'll bring up a page, and as you can see, it brought me 22 results, which is a fairly good amount. Not too hard to go through. If it brought you more results, then you can go in and add more filters. You can do special rooms, which means like a storage space or things like that. So yeah, that's really cool. Now, as far as trying to figure out dimensions to use for The Sims, what I generally do, and I'll talk more about this when I'm actually building and doing the voiceover for that. What I generally do is, let's just click on this house plan and I'll show you. Alright, so I'll look at the floor plan and I'll say, okay, so this bathroom, I'll take the things that I know in the bathroom the sizes of. So like a tub is 2 by 1, a toilet's 1 by 1. This looks like 2 counters with a sink in the middle. So I would say that's probably 3 counters with a sink on top. So I would say that's 3 by 1. That gives me the idea of what size the bathroom's going to be. And this is probably going to be, it looks like a 2 wide space. So there's going to be a 1 wide walkway here. That gives me the idea of the size of the bathroom, and I can base the rest of the rooms off of that size. Another thing is that generally house plans have closets built in. What I do in that case is, like in this master bedroom, I would just make that part of the room and put a dresser there or something. The storage area I probably just cut out and make it an open space, things like that. So it's once you get used to it, it's pretty easy to customize a real life house plan to a Sims 3 floor plan, So the last website that I wanted to show you, and I'll have all of these websites linked in the description. This is houzz.com, Houzz, and I just happened upon this looking for Art Deco decor ideas, and this is a great website, and you can search any kind of decor. Just search up here in the search bar. But it's got so many awesome things, and it's really easy. If you just click on a picture, it'll take you to a gallery view, so you can just click through. You don't have to go through the pages. It's really awesome. I really like the ideas that are available here, mostly interior. There are some exterior ideas, but it can give you an idea of furniture to use that's available in the Sims game that you can recolor or redesign. Like, there's a table available in the Sims that looks a lot like this little table here, so that's really cool. And that way you don't have to search so much for Art Deco custom content. You can kind of find like a couch or a bed that looks similar to something in these pictures and then just recolor it and everything to go from there. So that's really, really cool. I was really happy to find that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into the actual building. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the foundation, and I'm using a one-step high foundation, and I'm doing it making sure that I'm getting the right sizes of the rooms because I wanted to make sure that I had that right and didn't have to move anything around once I got it built and everything. And for this house, because the bathroom was at the back for the first floor, I had to figure out the dimensions by calculating. And the size of square footage for a Sims house to square footage in a real house is one block or whatever, these little squares, is 2.33 feet, square feet. So I had to calculate what I could discern from the house plan to what I needed for the blocks. And as you can see, I had to do a little maneuvering there to get the right size for the bathroom in the back. Upstairs I did a little bit of finagling because the house plan wasn't conducive for Sims to walk through. So on this side for the 2 bedrooms, I just split it up like that evenly instead of making it with that weird entrance that was on the house plan. And here I'm trying to figure out how to set up the little roof part over the front door because it's got 3 different heights at the front. It's got the height here, a little square here that's a little bit taller, and then the height of the next floor. So at first I was trying to just put a fence over the one square to make it a little bit taller, but it wasn't working and it ended up looking kind of stupid, so I changed that later. I tried a couple of fences. That one was giving me a lot of trouble. So yeah, I'm looking at it like, I don't know. I don't know if I like that. And I haven't play tested it yet. I hope it works because I have issues with the one-step floor plan not letting me put stairs up to it, just one stair. It wants to put 2. So I ended up using just the stage tool for the front stoop area. And in a minute I'll realize that that's got a stage on top of foundation on top of stage when I try to put the door in. I'm trying to find the door that goes with Roaring Heights, but I end up using this one instead because the one door that comes with Roaring Heights doesn't look like a front door to me, so I used this one. I'm sorry if my voice sounds really bad. I am slowly but surely getting the sinus crud, so yeah, I hope I can keep myself from clearing my throat too much in this episode, or in this video. I'm trying to figure out which windows to use. I think in the end, I don't know what these windows are from. I know they're from a store set, but I'm not sure which one. And then I use Roaring Heights windows. And I use these other little tiny windows for bathrooms that I don't know where they're from. I might be able to tell whenever it comes up. Nope, I don't know. They're from a store set. So yeah. I've divided this video, or this house build, into two parts because it ended up taking me about 6 hours to build the house, and I wanted to put it at 4 times speed so that it was watchable, and wouldn't be kind of annoying to watch. Excuse me. But because it was 6 hours, 4 times speed made it really long, so it's going to be in 2 parts. So this is just the first part, and I don't remember how far I get in this part, so I guess we'll find out. So yeah, I'm still fiddling with the windows, and I end up changing a couple of them when I actually look at the house plan again and see what windows are supposed to be where. I like to follow things like that because I trust house builders more than I do myself when it comes to window placement. I'll just chuck a whole bunch of windows that look stupid on something. Once I went with the half wall there, I realized that window looked kind of stupid, so I had to change that. Yep. That's a little bit better. And now I'm gonna change the colors of everything. I go with like a dark gray color. I never use solid black on anything because I don't like the way it looks. If you just tone it down a tiny bit from solid black, I think it looks a lot better. And the windows are a little bit lighter shade than the door. They're more gray and the door looks pretty black. I actually had more trouble with this house than I expected to. I'm not really sure why. I guess because I've never recorded myself before, I ran into some issues. You'll see in the next video that it doesn't really end. Fraps didn't record everything, so. But, I hope I did pretty good for my first house build video. I tried. I've been working really hard on it, trying to get it done so that I can record the next Black Widow challenge video, because I wanted to have this house done before I record it again. And I'm about to upload the last video I have tomorrow, so really had a time crunch to get it done. Just working on the back patio area, and I realized that I was supposed to put the maid's room there, like, right at the last minute, so that's what that is. That's what it's called in the plans, and then I was like, I could get a butler, so I think we'll do that. I'm really excited to get Pearl moved in here before the baby comes. So yeah, I hope you guys aren't too hard on me. I'm not the best house builder in the world. I just know I've never seen a tutorial or a house build where somebody used house plans, so I thought it would be a cool thing to do. It's actually fairly simple, as long as you don't pick a house plan that's like next to impossible to do in The Sims. then it works. Here I'm trying to get the pattern that was on the picture of the house, on the house plan page, and that didn't work. So I ended up just going with this stucco looking pattern all over the house. And it comes out looking really pink. I don't know why. It's very strange. I end up lightening up a little bit, but it still looks really pink at the bottom. I'm sorry, I'm going to take a sip of my drink. So now I'm trying to color the edge of the roof. And I realized in a second that it's got those little rivets because it's the wallpaper that they use. For some reason I forgot that they use wallpaper on that, so I change it. I watch almost everything that Sim Supply posts. I really love James' house build, so it's funny watching my own house build and realizing how prepared he is when he built it. But I guess he's been doing it for a really long time. He does a lot of them, but he just, I see myself making mistakes that I've never seen him make, so I think it's kind of funny. So now I'm trying to get that black, and for some reason that one did not want to be black, so I had to remove it and then put a new one there. I don't know what that was about. It was very strange. I'm doing black because that's what it looked like. I mean, it's a black and white picture, so who knows, but it's kind of what it looked like in the picture. And I kind of like the black and white look. It's very clean. I think I take the most time on furnishing. I'm just so indecisive about furnishing and like wall color and floor tiles. I can never make up my mind on things like that. So yeah, just coloring the roof, trying to get a pattern that I actually like for the patio. I don't until the very, very end of the house build. And actually I don't think you guys, no, yeah, you do get to see that, so never mind. I'm like, I don't know, do I like this or not? It's kind of a tan color and it doesn't really go. I'm trying to figure out a pattern for the roof. But yeah, I just go with that miscellaneous white one and change it to the right black color. Now what am I gonna do? Oh, that's where I decided to lighten it. I know that must have been where I found the stucco pattern that I liked. That's what it looks like. I don't know if it makes a difference when you're building on an empty lot or not, but I always, like, if I replace a color, like a wallpaper or a floor tile, always delete it first and then put on the new one, so that it doesn't cost more, because it'll just stack on top of what you've already spent on something. I don't think it does that, but it's a habit. I'm gonna put in the fireplace. And I had a bit of trouble because I forgot that I was on foundation. And I was like, why won't this work? And then I finally figured it out. For some reason it wasn't letting me delete the chimney. It was very strange. I had to like go in and buy a new one and then delete that. Here we go. Trying to find the center. And I had to move it so that I could put the wall there. Even with move objects, for some reason it didn't want to let me do it. And I build up the chimney with the half wall so it looks more like the house in the plans. And delete the top square of the chimney. I feel like the chimneys are always way too tall for the houses. Like they stick out so far above the roof line of the houses. It kind of annoys the crap out of me. Most of the time they'll make false enclosements for the chimneys so that I can delete the top part and it not look stupid. I think this is where I start fixing windows. And I guess I didn't have to take these back windows off, but I did because they weren't in the plans. But in the plans there's a garage in the back, which I didn't do because I couldn't find a lot that had streets on either side of it so that it would make sense for the garage to be in the back. Which I know it doesn't matter in The Sims, but it's just one of those things that irritates me. I like for my lots to look realistic. To a degree, anyway. I think I'm about done with building. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Apparently trying to find something that was in buy mode. Oh, the mailbox. And I didn't know that you couldn't place a mailbox if you already have one on your lot. So I'm like, why won't you go? And I had to use the cheat to delete it. It's really silly. I don't know why it had the normal mailbox on this lot. Like, even though it was an empty lot, I think it still should have had the Roaring Heights mailbox on there. So now I'm going to put in all the interior doors. Or most of them, I believe. Making them white. I'm not sure how I feel about this little breakfast eating room, but we'll give it a shot since it was in the original plans. I'm not sure how those doors are going to work, the one that goes into the bedroom and the one that goes in the bathroom for the maid's room. It might be a little iffy. Recoloring the arches. Lots of boring stuff in this first part, unfortunately, because it's a lot of recoloring and moving things around, trying to decide the best placements. Here I go with my lights. And that in the original house plan was supposed to be like a closet on one side and then the ensuite on the other with like a little opening between them. So they would have been like 2 by 2. But since Sims don't have closets, I just made it a really big ensuite. Plus I wouldn't have been able to fit in anything but like a sink and a toilet in a 2 by 2 room, so. And I got this idea from one of those pictures on that website I was telling you guys about. They had this like really cool herringbone floor, and I thought that was a lot cooler than doing like a, what you call it, just a plain wooden floor, I thought it'd be cool to do a pattern. So that's what I'm doing. I think it looks really nice. I ended up changing the color of the floor later because I don't like the dimension of the coloring. And make it a little bit darker. But yeah, I think it looks cool. I'll probably use it in future houses just because, like I said, it's a little more interesting than a straight floor. I'm still not sure how I feel about it being in nearly every room, but we'll see. I did this black and white tile because in another picture, there was a hallway with a checkered floor. I mean, the hallway is pretty damn close to what was in the picture. I was trying to do this cool tiled floor that I saw in the bathroom, but I couldn't find the right tile. It takes me forever to give up, so it was like little tiny black squares in the middle of larger white squares. But there's not a tile that's conducive to that. I thought maybe these would work, but the way that they were colored, it wasn't right. So I ended up just making something up. I think it's like a tan color, small tile, that's all I do. And an off-white. Yeah. I don't remember if I change it. For right now, I just do all the bathrooms in it, and I change them later. Now I'm doing the floor in the kitchen. And I couldn't decide, like I wanted to do a patterned floor, but I didn't know what at first. I think that's actually what I ended up going with. I just kind of darken it a little. I'm doing the railing on the stairs. I was gonna change the stairs so that the railings matched, but then I realized I would have to move a lot of stuff around because of how I had to move that bathroom to get the stairs in the right place. I don't know why with the wall there it didn't want to put the stairs that close to the wall for some reason. But it's 2 squares away, so I don't know. It was weird. I'm trying to get the black and white stairs. It doesn't look exactly like the picture because it had like the top part of the stairs that you actually step on was black, but the risers were white. And the risers and steps couldn't be colored separately, so it doesn't look exactly right, but I guess it's good enough. Trying to figure out what I want to do on the walls in there. I don't like any of the paneling options really. Like you have to change them so much to make them look like how you want them to look. But they're close enough, I guess. It was only on that one part on the stairs anyway, so I guess it didn't really matter. And what am I doing? Oh, I changed something. I think the slats or whatever on the stair railing. I couldn't decide what I wanted for the walls because, like in the picture, they were kind of a creamy color with white molding. but I couldn't get exactly the right creamy color. I'm still not really happy with it, but I didn't want to do like a bright color because I didn't think it would work well with the design or the aesthetic, I suppose. I'm going to do the bathroom. I think all the bathrooms ended up having the same wallpaper, just colored differently, except for the maid's bathroom. So yeah, I'm trying to follow the color schemes of these pictures that were on the Houzz website. I got as close as I could. There were some really cool bathrooms on there, so I wanted to try to portray that. This one ends up being kind of a creamy bathroom. I think I changed the floor color. Oh, maybe it's more light. I thought it ended up being creamier, but maybe not. Now I'm doing the maid's bathroom, which this was another wall pattern that I saw on that website in a bathroom. Not exactly, but as close as I could get it. It was just these skinnier stripes on wider stripes of two different colors. Trying to decide which stripe I like the best. And it was like a grayish pink, or a grayish color, and then a pale pink. I don't think I got the pink color exactly right, but I have a hard time with pink. I don't know why. I can't ever get exactly what I want, though. And the tiles in that bathroom are like a deep gray color, so that's what I was trying to do. I think the grout needs to be a little bit darker, though. Moving on to the living room. This one I have a hard time with too, because I originally wanted to go based off of this one. Oh, no, maybe I'm going to do the other bathroom. Yep, never mind. I think I do all the bathrooms right now. So yeah, I went for the Pearl's basic color, her kind of pale, icy blue color that she likes. And that was actually the color used in a bathroom on that website. So I was like, that's interesting. I'm fixing up the railing upstairs for the steps. And work on the last bathroom. This is the one that ends up being a creamier color, I think. Watch me be completely wrong. No, is it blue? Really? Maybe the walls stay creamy though. Yeah. I was getting very tired of doing bathrooms at this point. I was like, come on. It's taking forever. I'm gonna do the kitchen, I think. Yeah. The kitchen was kind of a disappointment because there was this really cool, and it's where I got the idea for the floor from. It was a really cool picture where they had like these tiny, it almost looked like subway tiles, but they were kind of shimmery, like they were like a pearl or a capiz shell or something. And I was trying to mimic that, but it just wasn't turning out. It looked more like brick, and I didn't like it, so I ended up changing it. Adjusting the colors so there's more dimension for the floor. I stayed pretty true to the coloring of the floor in the picture, but I just ended up using a different wall design because I couldn't get what I wanted. Like, I was like, well, maybe if I do it more of an off-white color, it'll look better, but then that turned like either this awful green or yellow, so I was pretty unhappy with it. And then I tried changing it around, nothing's working. I give up eventually. Yeah, I was like, that looks awful. Let me try dragging this color from the floor over there. No, that looks terrible too. I didn't realize I spent this much time on it before I gave up. So yeah, now I'm just using the wall from in the hallway and changing the color. Not by much. Just making it a little warmer to match the floor. And I couldn't decide if I wanted white or wood for the molding. I ended up going white though. So yeah, just gonna do the maid's room. And the video's almost over. I think I do the maid's room, which takes me a minute to decide on a pattern, and then I think the video is over. So I really hope that you guys somewhat enjoyed this. I'm sorry if I'm boring. I just, it's my first time doing this, and it's kind of a little bit strange to me. But, yeah, like I said, I just wanted to show you guys my process of using a house plan in The Sims. And then also showing you how I decorate. It's a lot of trial and error. I'm trying to pick a wallpaper for the living room. It was really difficult for me too because like I wanted this certain thing but it wasn't working. So I wanted like a circular pattern similar to the one on the website, but I couldn't find one that worked. It was almost like a Moroccan print. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. The next video should be up, so go watch it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.